Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. There's an old axiom amongst horse trainers when they're just getting ready to start a colt. It goes something like this. In the absence of a clearly defined goal by the rider, the horse is going to feel compelled to make up his own. So how does that apply to putting a new optics on your rifle? Well, come back in a minute and we'll talk about it. This is my Remington Model 700 chambered in 22-250. I decided to retire the scope after 30 years and put a new scope on it, new mounts, etc. And people ask me all the time when I do show them my various scopes, etc. They'd like to see the entire process of how I sight in a scope to a specific rifle. Well, that's going to take some time. In this video, I try to keep them around 8 minutes so as not to bore you. But I'll go over the basics real quick. If you happen to have a bolt action rifle like this, the first thing that you can do is to remove the bolt. Okay, then you set it up to where the system can be hands-free and stable. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to put the bore looking down the bore right on the bullseye. Now that's the bore, not the scope. The bore right on the bullseye. Then once that's established and you've got it nice and steady, then you look through the scope without touching the gun to see where the crosshairs line up in relationship to that bore. Okay, now you can make a quick adjustment. Now remember, you're not moving the bullet or the bore, you're now moving the scope. So your dial turns are in the opposite direction. Down is up is down, left is right, right is left. Okay, so once you have that, then you can go ahead and get it close enough. Okay, so let's move on to the 25-yard target for a simpler method. Okay, then once you've done your bore sighting, if you choose to go that way. If not, a simpler method be simply just move your target 15 to 25 yards and go ahead and fire your first round. In this particular case, that's what I'm going to do, is fire one round at the target at 25 yards. I've got a camera on down there so you'll see where it hits. So let's go ahead and do that. Now all it has to do is hit the paper, correct? And then I can make adjustments from there. So it's really that simple. If you hit the paper. Alright, here we go. Target on the left. Get my parallax right because that is rather close. Okay, here we go. Okay, I forgot to turn the camera on. Alright, you'll see it. I'm about 2.5 inches high, so I need to be about 2.5 inches low. So let's go ahead. Alright, I went ahead and turned that scope on, but now I need to make my adjustments. Now, at 25 yards, everything is times 4 at 100 yards. There's 4 25s and 100. So all of your adjustments will be the same way. If your scope happens to be in MOA, like this rifle is, then as you know, 4 clicks, each one is 1/4 inch, so 4 clicks to an inch. But then I have to times that by 4 because I'm only shooting at 25 yards. Okay, so in this particular case, as you see, I need to come down 1, 2, 2.5 inches. Okay, so normally at a 100-yard target, 2.5 inches would be what? 4, 8, 10 clicks. So in this particular case, times 4 is 40 clicks. Alright, so here's my elevation adjustment. I'm going down 40. I'm going to count. 10. 38. Okay, I'm at 40. Let's see what happens. Okay, now let's go ahead and also I'm shooting to the left about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to move my target to the right. So 3/4 of an inch would be 3 clicks, 12 clicks, believe it or not. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot and see if that works. Okay, I hope you saw that on the target. So now I'm dead on, but I'm going to be high at 100 yards. So let me go ahead and turn the camera off and reestablish the target at 100 yards, and we'll see how the sight-in process worked. Okay, so now I've zeroed at 25 yards. Now I've moved the target out to 100 yards, and this time I remembered to turn on the camera, so you're going to see the first shot. Now, again, on a high velocity type of rifle, because I sighted in at 25 yards, the measurement difference between the actual scope and the bore is a specific distance. In this particular case, it's about 1.75 inches. So I expect that at 100 yards, I'm going to be shooting high. It's okay, I'm going to fire one shot, make the adjustment. Alright, it'll be the target on the right this time. You'll see the target on the left up there, the first two shots at 25. But here we go at 100. So as you can see, count them, 1, 2, 3 inches high, which is about double what I expected. Okay, so now I'm going to adjust my scope down. But now I can go, because it's at 100 yards, I can go in traditional MOA clicks. That one click is 1/4 inch. So 3 inches high times 4 would be 12 clicks down. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now if my scope works and all of the adjustments work as according to what they're advertised, I should be on the bullseye. Let's check that out. Here we go. Alright, I'm still about 1 inch high. Alright, I'm going to leave it there because all of my rifles are set up for maximum point blank range. Maximum point blank range is to be able to hit a 6-inch target, to never be more than 3 inches above or 3 inches below out to a specific distance. Because I know what the 22-250 speed is, and I know the sectional density and the BC of the bullet, I can enter that in there into a ballistics calculator, and for the 22-250, that takes me out to 320 yards before I drop below 3 inches. So I'm going to leave it right there. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this. As you see, I sighted this scope in now with just 4 shots. Hopefully that can help you out. Let me know in your comments how you do it. But no matter what, folks, God bless you all. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and please do subscribe. But I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.